Hey, sixth graders, lesson 2.4. So for this lesson, we are going to mostly be going through some instructions here, and then you're just going to be hopping into the simulator and working on your assignments. So remember that we are going to use that plate motion simulator, so go ahead and find that simulator link in your assignment, and then you are going to be creating 2 scenarios in this assignment. You're going to create one scenario in which rock is added to the edges of the plates, and then you're going to try to create another scenario in which one of the plates sinks into the mantle. When you're doing this, what I want you to think about is not just not just getting there. So I want you to think about how are you getting there? What are you doing in order to add the rock to the edges of the plates? What are we doing in order to make the mantle sink under another one? And then really dig into what can I do to change it? What can I do to adjust it and make it better? You are going to be taking screenshots of these to upload into your assignment, so don't X out of anything until you are there. So in this one, we're going to be in the plate motion simulator in region number 2. And I'm already in region 2. So to set this up, we are going to be adding some rocks from the mantle, and we are going to set up the region so that the rock from the mantle will be added to the edges of both plates. So how are we going to set this up? You are going to find that out. So, and then it says to click set boundary, and then you get to choose which plate boundary you're going to pick. So are you going to click convergent, where they come towards each other, or are you going to pick divergent, where they move apart? And then click run and watch what happens. Hey, so when I'm watching this, is rock being added to the edges, or is one sinking underneath the other? And then you're going to decide. So then at this point, once you have decided which one, if this is scenario 1 or scenario 2, you're going to take a screenshot and you're going to upload this into your assignment. You should also pay attention to the top part here where you can look at the earthquakes and the volcanoes. We're not going to be doing a lot with that today, but you might want to turn those on and just check them out and see what happens as you run the simulation. So those are up here. And then remember that we're looking for evidence to identify what is happening at a particular plate boundary, and the particular plate boundary we are talking about is the one between the South African plate and the African plate. Oh, I thought the picture was going to show up. Sorry. And then one way that we can do this is to look for patterns at convergent plate boundaries, and then also look for patterns at divergent plate boundaries. So see what is happening that's the same at convergent, what's happening the same at divergent, and then identify which one of those seems like what's happening between the South American plate and the African plate. Here is that image, and remember that we are looking at this section here in this square box. So that's the plate boundary that we are looking at to try to figure out what is happening, and that is going to wrap it up. So remember that at divergent boundaries, the rock rises from the mantle and hardens, adding new rock to the edges, and at convergent, the plate is going to go underneath the other and sink into the mantle. I hope that you enjoy investigating this, discovering and figuring out what's happening, and truly figuring out what's happening between these 2 plates, because it's a pretty cool thing happening there. Remember, today is a great day to learn, and I hope that you have a great day learning. Happy learning!